Ho, 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 or jingle bells, or the very minute sound of individual snowflakes falling on the barren surface of cold concrete. Holiday feelings. Ah, so pretty. Decorating. I'm Willie, and I'm really glad you're here. I can't wait to show off some of my finer Victorian, modern, and minimalist accoutrements that I have placed around my home in an attempt to really harness the ritual and excitement of this spooky, creepy, fun season. Before I begin, I will say that pretty much everything I've put up is, in my mind, kind of like a secular experience. I'm an intensely spiritual person, but I do not particularly prescribe to any religion, and as time passes, I just kind of see myself more as a
solitary chaos witch.
Some of the stuff does have a bit of a maudlin or depressing flair. Or let's just say there is a Dickensian starkness. So I'm gonna drag myself in Jacob Marley's chain to the front of my house, and we're gonna start there. So first things first, I'm just gonna begin at the front door, and I would like to do like a theatrical coming into the front door, but I'm not going to because the dogs are sleeping and that'll wake them up. And then I think that will definitely kill my vibe. And then I'll be sort of lost in a sea of empathy and emotionally monitoring my two small dogs. So I'm just going to show you my perspective, and we can share that it is now our perspective. Tree, no. Bow, metal wreath simulacrum, I guess. It's just like a large package bow. We really wanted to do stuff that had like an ephemeral magic. So as much natural materials that can be enjoyed and then composted. Greenery. Also things that we either already have or could reclaim. I don't know, I was like at the point where I was gonna pull the trigger and buy a whole bunch of stuff. And then I was like, no, wait, I don't have space for a whole bunch more stuff. So these little stickers were one of the things I had left over from last year, these little window clings. So they went up. I like them. And next year, you might have to suffer through me like cutting snowflakes out of tissue paper or coffee filters. But for right now, enjoy this manufactured goodness. In my bedroom, I have placed this former heritage Hoya rope plant that is suffering with a mealybug outbreak that I am treating actively. And I don't need to tell you that. I don't need to start with a negative, but I just did because we're like best friends at this point, and I'm showing you everything. But to pair with this very sculptural and organic spiraling of this plant, we have placed this adaptable sculpture, aka a wooden tree that you can configure the gradient blocks into whatever shape you want, which has taken the form of a spiral, almost like a DNA helix. It makes me think of Jurassic Park. This table, I recently moved in here from our living room, and it makes me think of Beetlejuice. And this rope plant makes me think of happier times gone by when it was healthy. And right now, it is a symbol of hope and tenacity and putting work into something to try and heal it back to where it was before. But that might not work. Acceptance is part of my journey this year for the holiday season. So we'll see how that goes. I want to take a really nice B-roll of this, but I fear that it's somehow going to show a mealybug, and then it's going to give me
shame.
And I believe that this tree was purchased from the Walker Art Museum in Minnesota. And if you live in Minnesota or you're going there during the holiday season, be sure to stop by there because their gift shop and like bookstore component has some of the nicest tchotchkes and home decor items I've ever seen. It's like a treasure trove of unique and curious objects. Also, I am breaking in my new Birkenstock Exquisite clogs today. I'm in love with these. They're very comfortable. I don't need to leave that in. I'm not going to leave that in. This is an IKEA tree that I really, really like, and we've had for about 8 years. This year I got matte white ornaments, and the matte white ornaments are unbreakable because of my two small dog children. This tree is fun, and it kind of feels like a time capsule moment because when we got it, we were really into the aesthetic of stark and pretty brutal minimalism. So this was the only tree that we put up for a number of years. With this coat rack, I feel like you're getting a very much like an Oreo cookie experience here. A really fun dialogue. I love getting a power squat on to show an item. So I'm doing that now. And that would be this incredibly small elf on a shelf. And they are living in this variegated Hoya rope plant.
Watching everything that I'm doing.
But I must have been behaving because I did get some new plants that I ordered. So gift to myself. So I'm either behaving or just have access to a credit card. I think I'm behaving, for the record. Then we have a selenite tower because, you know, the energy can get real off. So anything to anecdotally purify my space, I'll take it, especially because I already have it. And this is a reed diffuser that we got at Crate and Barrel. It seems like we go once a year, buy fun things that are perfect for the holidays, and then feel really good about it, but don't need to go back until the next year. Bought some other fun stuff too. You'll probably see some of it in this video. I don't know where it all went to. It's somewhere in the house. Now it's movie magic. I gotta walk backwards when I wanna look like it's going forwards. Now I'm not getting on a ladder because I have a lot of stuff to do in the next few weeks. Although I did get on a ladder and clean my ceiling fans a few days ago, which felt very brave. And that being said, there is a forest of two-dimensional trees from the Container Store being illuminated by a cherubic monkey. They're wayfaring with a large bulb to light the way to reclaiming traditions with less trauma and expectations and more about what makes this season truly magical, and that is boundaries. Yes. That's just like a little bit better of a shot of what's going on up there. I love these monkeys. They make me think of the movie Jumanji because they're like kind of frozen in time. Ironically, my microphone went out when I was trying to film this part because I was leaning on it, so that's on me. But I was just talking about this real greenery and keeping it fresh by misting it. So this tablescape features melancholic, Victorian, live greenery, and very clutch Noritake Segovia china, and black ribbon because we're all in mourning for something around this time of year. We had dinner with some very dear friends who we love very much, and it was perfect. That's the kind of energy I want this time of year. I joke around a lot because I get pretty maudlin and weepy, but I think that's what it's all about. Love, friendship, and connection, and living in the right now. Pro tip, I always leave a candle burning in the bathroom because it's cozy and it seems very intentional. Hi there. I'm gonna crane forward in an awkward position to show you my Christmas tree. It is a real Christmas tree, which feels like it is from another era. Instead of Christmas lights, we have adorned it with flickering candles. Don't worry, they are LED candles, so they are reusable and I will not burn the house down. I was going to buy real chime candles with the little holders and then put them on a natural tree. But this is a much more sensible option. And truly, with my mild astigmatism, I cannot tell the difference between a real candle and a flickering LED analog of a candle. Other things to note about this tree that I'm really excited about is it has a vintage tree stand. I can't do a tree skirt because we have two small dogs that think that the tree skirt is a puppy pad. Maybe that's TMI, or maybe that's just being real. I'll let J-Lo be the judge. But back to reality, this tree stand's awesome. We got it on Facebook Marketplace. It was in kind of terrible condition, black spray paint, magical. And we got this heritage tree stand. I want things to feel found, not bought. It's all about searching, and I love a project. There's nothing better than finding something that your heart really desires and then putting the equity into it to make it that much more special because it's really yours or mine, ours. And that is a good thing. These are some of the candles. All 3 of these varietals were picked up at Crate and Barrel. I'm really picky about candles because I make my own candles, so that makes me always yearning for the perfect thing and also sometimes disappointed. These sculptured candles, and I hope I didn't, oh my God, did I really just scratch that? Oh, come on. All right, well, this plate can scratch your table. As you can see, it's got some nice drippage. I love that. It feels very witchy. It is a tree, or the simple shape of a tree, and now I'm pissed about scratching my tabletop, but I did buy this dish for it and should have put felt feet on it. Snowman votives. These are always a cacophony of errors. You have to put them in like a hurricane because they always melt really weird. Take my advice. Put them in a large hurricane or make sure they're on something that if the wax runs off of it, you don't have to awkwardly like stop the tragedy as it's ensuing when you're having dinner. And I also did pick up this City Gardens Kyoto candle. And I think this candle smells so good. And it's like a sensory memory of somewhere. There was like a hotel lobby, but I can't place where it was. I can't wait to burn it and maybe see if I can remember that exact moment in time and to re-access it in a quantum physics, string theory kind of way. Maybe a version of me is still living in that hotel lobby. Got a Krampus shadow making device where you put a votive candle and then it shows the shadow on the wall. It's much more effective at night, much more attractive at night, like me. I had an idea, and that was to give all these little critters little black ribbons. You know, like, do I want a bow? I think I just want it like that. This reminds me of that story, The Girl with the Green Ribbon. In a dark, dark room. I see this as a Victorian luxury item, but maybe it's someone's device to keep their head attached. You never know. I ended up retying it in a sensible bow. Now it's time to give this little chameleon their moment. Oh, that's adorbs. Depressing and cute. Little cherub gets a scarf. Small mouse gets a scarf. Oh my goodness, this creepy cherub might be the best one. Look at that with scarf. Ugh. Sign me up for this Victorian fantasy, please. Oh my gosh. The elf, after much consideration, will not be getting a scarf because he has a picadillo on. And here's the gift that keeps on giving, a slumbering whispers in her blanket. She is tired out. She was very sweet and very performative last night when our friends came over for dinner. Random Thai constellation update. Doing really, really good. Getting ready for their fungicide treatment, but they look so pretty in the light, don't they? New leaf emerged fully now, so we can take stock with that. Looks so nice. And we have another one that's coming in right there. Why do I even have matches? Okay, well that's fun. That is a lot of holiday cheer presented in the most aesthetically cohesive way possible. And I really hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me. Happy holidays to you and yours and all that jazz. Did that work? I'm gonna listen to this and let the velvet voice of Karen Carpenter take me away to a better place. I think that's all I got. Thanks for hanging out with me. You're the best. Take care. I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye. This time of year passes so fast. And I often think about the past and the future, and remaining in the present is always the challenge. And I think about the movie Prometheus, and in the end, when Elizabeth Shaw is talking about how everything they thought about that voyage to a new world and to find the origin, it was all wrong, and there was nothing left and no hope. I think that there is some truth to be gleaned from that. Because the people and places that happened before exist now only in memory. And there is no hope of going back, but only forward. And that's hard, and that's unfortunate. But that being said, the future looks brighter when we reclaim the rituals that we want to see and make the holiday magic into a more healthy and sustainable model for mental health and chosen family. And I want to hold space for that. I want that to be your experience as well as mine. And together, we're going to get there. I just know it. Happy holidays to you and yours, and I hope all your dreams come true.